Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I got a pretty good one for you today. So in case you are under the age of 40 and have been living under a rock, or you are over the age of 50 and you have not figured out how to turn off Fox News, you would realize that the once biggest political coalition in American history is now eating itself alive. Maga, the coalition that stood on no new wars, no more giving countries billions of dollars in aid, like Ukraine and our greatest ally, bringing back manufacturing jobs to American shores after seeing how vulnerable we were during COVID, strong immigration policies, no H-1B visas, which we went back on, deporting illegals, especially ones convicted of crimes. The coalition that stood firm on the First Amendment, freedom of speech, is now sending law enforcement to investigate people that have posted online pertaining to our greatest ally, or for criticizing the genocide that they continue to perpetrate in Gaza. The coalition that stood firm on helping American farmers are now the ones bankrupting American farmers because Trump's tariffs have priced our farmers right out of the market. Now Donald Trump himself is attacking some of the people that have been the most loyal to him throughout his political career. People like Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Alex Jones, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens. The people that have had his back since day one. Now all of these people are considered low IQ individuals. I don't know if he realizes that he is attacking the biggest voices in conservative politics. I think he's lost his mind. So how did we get here? Was it our greatest ally? The assassination of Charlie Kirk? Conflict in the Middle East? At this point, I don't really think it matters. The damage is done, and MAGA's destruction will be studied by our grandchildren. The only people left calling themselves MAGA are Trump sycophants, AIPAC supporters, Turning Point USA supporters, which is the evangelical version of AIPAC, and people holding on to some sort of idea that Donald Trump is playing some kind of version of 7D chess. The Republican Party and the Democrat Party, for that matter, are completely out of touch with how real and serious the negative impact of continuing to support our greatest ally is going to be to their political careers. The Democrats are going to sweep the midterms. There's not a question about it. It's going to happen. And it's not because of the quality of the candidates. It's because every average American that voted for Donald Trump, instead of voting for Kamala Harris, because they felt he was the lesser of two evils, feels like they were gaslit, feels like they were lied to, and is not going to turn out to vote. So when the Democrats turn out to vote and the Republicans don't, That's exactly why. MAGA and America First have officially divided the GOP. Unfortunately for the America First crowd, there's not many people willing to take on the lobby of our greatest ally. That is until now. Dan Bilzerian, social media influencer, former Marine, former cop, is known for his insane lifestyle, his 60 million social media followers, and now being one of the only people willing to run as a Republican and run against the support of Israel. And not only is Dan running for Congress, but Dan is running in Florida's 6th congressional district, where he will be trying to primary scum of the earth, Randy Fine. The same Randy Fine that is quoted as saying, if they force us to choose, the choice between dogs and Muslims is not a difficult one. He's also the gem of a person that said, starve away, hashtag starve away, when there was a food blockade blocking food from entering Gaza. What a scumbag. But Dan running for Congress signals something much bigger. A much bigger shift in politics than I think people realize. People are no longer afraid to run against the powerhouse of AIPAC. People are tired of the average American being put last. While we send billions of dollars to our greatest ally, billions of dollars worth of ammunition, billions of dollars worth of aid, we're here struggling with higher inflation, higher gas prices, a failing medical system, farmers that are going bankrupt, manufacturing jobs that have not come back, although Trump promised that they would, our Doge and tariff checks that were supposed to be coming to help us and are still nowhere to be found. No prosecutions in any of the Epstein stuff. None whatsoever. Americans have had enough. Americans have had enough. And until our politicians realize that the needs of their constituents goes before the needs of a country that isn't really an ally to us, because all they do is sabotage everything that we try to do, nothing is going to change. Will Dan win in the 6th congressional district? I don't know. It's an older demographic. There are a lot of Jewish people in that district. And he's running against AIPAC. But I think what it signals is more important than if he actually wins. Because by Dan doing what he's doing, I guarantee that he gives more people the courage to run on an America First platform instead of a MAGA platform. Because MAGA has sold us a bill of lies. And they have abandoned all the core principles that they stood on. They have lied to us about what happened to Charlie Kirk. They are actively covering it up. They are constantly lying to us about the conflict in Iran. I think we have won the conflict now something like 15 times. The only thing this administration knows how to do is lie. And what Dan brings is brutal, unfiltered honesty. And whether you agree with Dan's opinions or not, that's a completely separate issue. But the fact that Dan is running and is not afraid to say what he thinks is a signal to everybody else that has been waiting for somebody to step forward so they don't need to be the first one to do it, so they can come forward, run on a platform of America First. I hope he wins. I think Randy Fine is a disgusting human being. Dan doesn't need the money. He lives a lifestyle that most men would dream of, and he is doing it because he can see that the American public is the last on the list of concerns for our politicians. This is Dan's Instagram. All right. I'm going to scroll through just so you guys can get an idea of the lifestyle that Dan lives. Now, some people say it's all for show. Some people say it's fake. I'll tell you this much. If all of this is an act, he has been putting on this act for a very long time. This is what men used to want to be like in our country. Alpha males, not beta cucks. And I have nothing but respect for him for doing what he's doing. Because all the ghosts from his past are going to turn up. They're going to dig up all the dirt on him that they can. And knowing that, he is still willingly going to run against Randy Fine and try to take him out of Congress. I wish Dan the best. I wish Dan the best. I hope he wins. I hope Randy Fine is no longer in Congress at the end of midterms. If you want to donate to Dan's campaign, this is it right here. Bilzerianforcongress.com. There you go. America first. No more lies. No more corruption. No more Jewish supremacy. Now, I will say this. I don't agree with the supremacy thing. I think there is a difference between the Zionist thing and Jewish supremacy, just like white supremacy. I don't think it's a Jewish supremacy thing. I think it's a Zionist thing. But that's a minor difference because everything else we agree on. So I just wanted to drop this video, introduce you guys to Dan in case you don't know who he is somehow, and show my support. And hopefully other people that are considering running for office will run on an America First Republican platform instead of a Maga Republican platform, because that has gotten us nowhere. That's all I got for this video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll be back with some other hitters. Have a good day.